Now, we have breaking news coming in that search and rescue teams may have found debris belonging to the missing AirAsia plane. And for more on this, let's go live to our special contributor, James Chow, who joins us in Jakarta. Hi there, James. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, Edwin, what we're hearing right at this moment is that the search and rescue teams may have cited possible debris linked to AirAsia. Specifically, what they're seeing is at least 10 to 14 objects on the sea surface. They include what is being said resembles an emergency door of a plane, and also possible orange life jackets, as well as white and red coloured boards. Now, the head of the National Search Rescue Headquarters here in Jakarta says that aircraft have been dispatched to that new area of interest to try and locate the debris and then try to collect it, bring it back to Belitung Island where the plane last made contact, and then to analyse that data over there. I still have to stress that it's early days yet. 24 hours ago, we had talk of oil slick that turned out to be a chain of coral reefs, and also possible debris which was cited by an Australian jet, which also turned out to be a false lead at that time. Remember, this is a very, very busy maritime passageway, so it could be anything from rubbish to broken bits of objects from something completely unrelated to this AirAsia plane. So we're still waiting to see what developments there are, and crucially, we're waiting for word from the National Search and Rescue Headquarters to collect those objects if they can, and then to bring it back. One quick add-on for that: it was located about 105 kilometers from where the plane last made contact. That's about an hour's flight, we're told. That's quite a distance, but we're also being told that currents in the water could have moved it downstream quite fast in the almost 2.5 days since the plane disappeared.
That's right, James. It's almost 2.5 days now since it went, and judging by previous experience, and given the conditions that are there, the weather, the drifting of the currents and so forth, the movement of the currents, how long do you think it would take to locate that wreckage?
Well, Edwin, as you know, that depends on a whole variety of set of circumstances and how the plane came down and in what condition. I'm going to look at two examples in modern aviation history. One which was an Indonesian carrier itself, Adam Air, that was delisted and ceased operations quite a number of years ago because of a whole string of fatal accidents. In 2007, Adam Air Flight 574 came down on New Year's Day, and it then took 9 days in order to locate the first significant part of wreckage, which was the tail of the plane. It took many, many more months before the main fuselage and the bodies on board were located. Now, in the case of 2009 and Air France, which was on the way from Rio de Janeiro to Paris, there were first sightings within 2 days over in the Atlantic Ocean, but it took about 2 years before the majority of that wreckage was recovered, including most of the passengers on board. So I think we have to look at different circumstances over here, and given that we don't know what happened to this plane, why it lost contact, and in what condition it could be in right now, that would all depend. But we're talking about a busy maritime passage. Lots of planes use this area, and also the waters in the Java Sea are relatively shallow at 150 meters. So it shouldn't take 150 feet, sorry, so it shouldn't take too long before you see some objects begin to float. And whether that's related to the sightings made in the last hour, we have to wait and see.